Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a first impression and review of HUDA Beauty. I have been wanting to try HUDA Beauty for such a long time and now it is finally my time to try it out. So I'm gonna be trying out all of the different products that I have been sent. And yes, this is not a sponsored video, but I have been sent the products in order for me to try them out and test them and tell you guys what I feel and if they really are worth the money and the hype. I've got a little bag here filled to the brim with HUDA Beauty products. Firstly, I'm just gonna show you the different products that I've got in here, and then afterwards we're gonna be applying them on my face. I am right now wearing foundation, concealer, powder, and some eyebrow things, but other than that I'm not wearing anything because, as I said, I'm gonna be testing out so many products today, and I'll leave all of the products that I've used on my face right now in the description box if you're interested. And let me be honest, besides me being a huge lover of the HUDA Beauty universe, I love her Instagram so much, then I also wanted to do this video because HUDA Beauty just launched in Denmark, which is so exciting. We've been waiting for that for forever. So I'm really excited about trying it, and I want to tell my Danish viewers as well if it is worth the money. So now let's go through all of the products. Firstly, we've got the HUDA Beauty Texture Shadows Palette, the Rose Gold Edition. I've always wanted to do that. So in this palette you get 8 really beautiful shimmery glittery shadows, and then you also get 10 matte ones. And the thing with the glittery eyeshadows is that they're supposed to be applied with your fingers, so you really get all the pigment from the shadows. And the matte ones, they're supposed to be a bit more stiff, can be a bit more difficult to work with, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm just really excited, and let me just say the color scheme is so beautiful. It reminds me of the Modern Renaissance palette, and it says here in the back that it's 3 ready-to-wear layered textures, so 3 different textured eyeshadows. We've got deep matte, we've got 3D metals, and then also some pressed pearls. And it also says apply gently around the eyes with a brush. Foil textures deliver their maximum payoff when applied with fingertips, as we talked about before, these up here. And when talking about the actual packaging, I love that you can see all the different colors through the lid right here. And it's kind of like magnetic. And one thing that I really appreciate as well is that the name of the eyeshadow stands down below them. Sometimes brands, they have that amazing idea to put them on the back or not even tell them at all, and it's just like that I'm using the golden shade in the middle behind that one, and then this is so much more sorted and in order, and I think that's really nice for us who do these tutorials and also just for you guys. No! Shy just popped out of the palette. I guess it wasn't that shy. No big deal, but come on, that annoys me. Next thing I want to show you is the HUDA Beauty 3D Highlighter Palette. This one is the lighter version. There are 2 different ones. This is called Pink Sands Edition. First of all, packaging is so freaking stunning. I love it. And here's the inside. Great for those of you or those of us with a bit paler skin. Right now I'm tanned. But normally this would be amazing for me when I'm paler. And what I love about this palette is that it comes with 4 different steps about how to use the palette. And this palette both comes with creams and powders. And if you ask me, you've got 2 highlighters, one bronzy, kind of all of the cheek glow, and then also a blush as well. And all of the shades are very shimmery, really beautiful, so I'm really excited about trying this one. Then I've also got some HUDA Beauty lashes, which I'm so excited about trying. I guess that the lashes were kind of like the thing that got her so well known. Packaging is honestly so freaking awesome. I can't even. I think this thing right here where you can do like this, I love it. But I've got the ones called Lana. They look like this. I'll give you some close-ups as well. I've got the ones called Giselle. I've got the ones called Scarlet, and also Samantha. I've also got some lip liners right here from HUDA Beauty. These are called Lip Contours, and these are in the shades Flirt and Venus. So one that's a bit more cool tone and one that's a bit more warm tone, but they're both in that nudie, shady color range, which I personally love. Packaging looks like this, and then it comes with a regular pencil. I'm excited! Yes, I am! And lastly, also some of the liquid mattes from HUDA Beauty. I've got 3 different ones. I've got Girlfriend, Venus, and Flirt. So Venus and Flirt, they kind of go together with the lip contours that I just showed you. And then, as I said, I've also got the one called Girlfriend. I've heard that when they dry down to that matte finish, they're actually going very dark. compared to what they look like in the tube. So we have to wait and see about the exact color. But that's enough of me just babbling about the products. Now let's get them out and see how they work in action. Now I'll zoom you in because we're gonna go in with the eyeshadow palette, and I'm not gonna be wearing any or applying any eyeshadow primer because I wanna see how these perform without any help at all. And I'm just gonna be using the same techniques and the same ways that I use my other eyeshadows. So I'm gonna start out with warming up my crease, and to warm up my crease I'm gonna be using sandalwood right there. And I'm using a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer. Not picking up too much. That's pretty damn good. I mean, it picks up a lot of color even though it's a fluffy brush, and the color seems to be really pigmented even though it's a matte, which I like. And to me, it doesn't feel as stiff as I've heard some people say. I mean, some people are like, they're so difficult to blend. I'm like, look at this. This is pretty good. I'm also gonna take Shy right there, the one that popped out, and use that as well. Same brush, and using it in my crease. And this is a bit of a dusty, rosy, pinky shade. I will say that of course I do spend some time blending the shadows, but not more than I would do with any other of my eyeshadows that I've got in my collection, so they're not better or worse. I think it's a nice quality of matte eyeshadows. Then I'm gonna grab my Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease brush, and then I'm gonna be using the color called Bossy right there. And I'm using it a tiny bit in my outer V. To me, this one feels a bit more stiff actually. It doesn't feel as creamy, if you get what I mean. A bit more difficult to blend, so you have to do a bit more detail work with this one. But I love the color though. Actually, I don't feel like that the brush picks up that much pigment from it either. So I feel like that I have to go back and forth between the shade and blending a lot. Which can be a good thing because it's that dark, but I don't know. Preferences, I guess. And now here comes the big deal. We're gonna be using some of the foil shadows, the ones up here. Ooh, which one should we go for? Kind of like in love with the one called Angelic right there. Yeah, we're gonna be going for Angelic. That is so stunning. And now we're gonna be using the fingers, so I'm excited. Oh! Ooh, that is pretty. Yes. Now here comes the big issue, okay? Because when you do have long nails and you have to use your fingers to apply these shadows or those foiled ones, what do you do in the inner corner? That I can't get all the way in there. That annoys me. Then I have to use a brush. Using a MAC 219 pencil brush. I feel as if I really just press down the pigment of the eyeshadow onto my eyelid, so I'm not going too much back and forth. I'm just pressing it down. So now Angelic is on. It looks so beautiful, really, really, really stunning. I love the shade and I love that it kind of like changes in the light. It kind of reminds me of NARS's Orgasm blush. That is so stunning. But I think on top of Angelic, I'm gonna be applying Rose Gold as well. Once again, I'm gonna be using my finger. Am I doing something wrong? Why is this not picking up at all? So with the foiled ones, be really careful. It can go too foiled in no time. I'm just gonna go back with the crease shades and then just define my crease a tiny bit more with a pencil brush. And then just taking a clean fluffy blending brush. This one is from Sigma called Blending E25. And then just blending the edges. And then just right underneath, I'm just gonna be using sandalwood once again. And then also the pencil brush where there are some of the leftovers from the other eyeshadows. I'm just quickly gonna be tightlining up here with the Aqua XL eye pencil in 10 from Makeup Forever. And why you do this, you may ask, and the reason is purely basic simple that I'm gonna be applying some eyelashes from HUDA. So obviously I want my tight line to be as dark as even possible. Oh, now the question is, which lashes are we gonna be going for, guys? Let's go for Lana because I like that full-on look. I think it looks really, really pretty and I want something very dramatic. I know that Huda, she's got her own lash glue, but I'm only gonna be using the Duo glue because that's the only one that I've got. Whoa, me and lash glue were never gonna be friends. If I can say one thing about these lashes compared to some of the other lashes that I've tried in my time, they feel a bit more stiff. The band feels way stiffer, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Just applying some mascara afterwards, the Last Sensational from Maybelline. Eyelashes are on. To be fairly honest, I personally feel as if they're a tiny bit too stiff for my liking, but they do look really pretty once they're on. And now for some glow, we're gonna be using the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. And I'm gonna be following the guide right here, so I'm gonna be using step 1, prep, apply Capri as a base to smooth skin and boost light reflecting pigments, that one. And since Capri is a cream, I'm gonna be using the Realty NYX blush brush 300. I feel like already now it's giving a lot of glow. Then step 2, set Dab Santorini from cheek to temple to set and bring out the pop. And Santorini is that one, the whitish highlighter. And for that, I'm gonna be using my Sigma tapered highlighter brush. Wait. Also using it on the bridge of my nose. Hell yeah, baby. Okay, third is sculpt. Apply Azores under cheekbones to add dimension and shape. And Azores is that one. And right now for me, because I am that tan, it is definitely gonna be more of a highlight. So we'll try to apply just on top right there, just to get that pop. And I'm using the Gush contour brush. As I predicted, that one just gave a little extra glow. So some of this is way too much to me. I'm just like, more is more. And the last step is flush. Sweep Ibiza on the apples of your cheeks for healthy glow. That one down there. And I'm gonna be using my Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek brush for that. As you may or may not know with me, I'm not a big blush girl, but I do think this blush looks really, really beautiful. However, I do miss a tiny bit of a bronzy glow to my skin, so I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. This is one of my favorites, amazing. So much better now, I feel a bit more like myself with the bronzy glowy thing. Let's move on to the lips. For the lip contour or the lip liner thing, I'm gonna be using Venus, which is kind of like a peachy, nudie shade. So I'm just gonna be using that to outline my lips. Okay, I'm in love with this one. This is so creamy, so easy to work with. I love it, and the shade is beautiful. And for the liquid lipstick, I'm gonna be using Venus again, that matches the lip liner. Oh, it smells good! It smells fruity, or vanilla-ish actually. A good mixture. Makeup look, I think it is so pretty. I really like the shade of the lips. I think it's such a gorgeous look. And because I am wearing a bit of a tan, it doesn't look that dark, but I could imagine that if you're really pale, this is not gonna be like a nudie nude, it's gonna be more of a brownie nude. I think this is a yay experience, other than the eyeshadow, the one called Shy Falling Out, and then maybe the cheeky things, maybe I'm missing some sort of a bronzy shade. And I think the eyelashes are a bit stiff, but other than that, I really like the collection of beauty products from Huda. I think they're definitely high quality. You can feel that it's quality. It's definitely very pigmented. That is one thing that you have to know with this collection or all of the products in general. I think the thing that I loved the most was definitely the eyeshadow palette, and I feel like that I have to work some more with it and play around with it to really get to know all of the different shades and the colors. But that was actually all for my first impression and review of the Huda Beauty universe. I would say go for the eyeshadows, the liquid mattes, and also the lip contours. Those were my 3 favorite things. I also, as I said, do like the cheeky, the blush or highlighter palette, but it's a bit out there, so if you're into that more natural look, it's not for you, definitely. But I do like it. The lashes, I need to try them out some more, definitely. I feel as if they're a bit stiff. but maybe it's just me that's not used to that. Who knows? It also depends on your personal preferences with lashes. But thank you so very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and this tutorial as well, and that it was helpful and informative. And if you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Follow me on social media as well if you don't already. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, I love you all to the moon and back and everywhere else. Mwah. Bye!